I recently hit 100 platinum trophies, but I definitely didn't enjoy all of them. So here are 7 platinum trophies that I loved, but had stupid requirements and I hated going for. Some of these literally took me years to complete. Now the first game is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If you've ever played any Assassin's Creed game before, you should know what to expect. It's actually a decently fun game, but there are 784 collectibles you need to find. Anything from resources, artifacts, side missions, puzzles. It's an insane amount. But that wasn't even the most annoying thing. The problem comes from one of the trophies where you need to spend your first mastery point, and this is unlocked when you've spent all of your skill points on the entire skill tree. So this should have unlocked at power level 400. But because the game got so many DLC add-ons, the power level kept on getting raised with new skills being introduced every single update. And because I had already 100% completed the game, there was nothing left for me to do. That meant I had to grind up to level 534 before I finally unlocked a mastery point. That was the most ridiculous thing ever. I had to find ways to farm XP and do the most tedious daily updated side missions. But after tens of hours of ridiculous grinding, I finally got the platinum trophy after 2 months and 2 weeks. The next game is Battlefield 2042. And I'm a massive Battlefield fan, I really am. But not only is this game fundamentally shit, the platinum requirements are horrific. You need 2500 kills with a single weapon and a single vehicle, and that just sucks. Luckily it is possible to at least farm a few of these kills in bot lobbies at the beginning, but the overall multiplayer gaming experience is so bad that it's just really not enjoyable. But not only that, you also need to play Hazard Zone, which is just a terrible spin on a battle royale. But the mode is so bad that nobody ever plays it. So it's already difficult enough to find a game, but you also need to do this 25 times, which on its own is difficult enough. But then you also need to do this once where none of your squad has died. And you know that playing with randoms is horrendous on its own. But to make matters even worse, the trophy is also glitched. So I had to do this 3 times before it finally popped. And there are also countless other terrible trophies that suck. So yeah, after about 80 hours, I'm really happy I finally got the platinum. Then let's go over to The Last of Us Remastered. Unlike the newly released Part 1, this game has multiplayer trophies. And that should say enough. You need to play through 2 factions until your clan reaches 100 days, which is basically 100 games on each side. That is a painfully long process, but luckily there's a way to skip days, which did save me some time, but it's still a painstakingly long process of just multiplayer matches. The single player, however, is great, but to make myself more stupid, I decided to go for the 2 DLC trophies where you have to play on grounded mode. This made going for the collectibles even more annoying than it has to be. But all in all, I'm really happy that I got this platinum after 4.5 years. Then let's go over my arguably favorite platinum I ever got, Red Dead Redemption 2. I really like this game, but some of these trophies are just ridiculous. Studying and skinning every 178 animals in this game is a brutal experience. Luckily I started doing this early on in my playthrough, which made the grind a little less painful later on. But certain animals just don't spawn. If you're looking for a specific Tweedledbird that spawns as often as Herobrine, spending countless hours running around an area hoping for the animal to spawn is just so boring. And then sometimes it also needs to be a 3-star skin, because if it's not, you can't get the pelts that you need. And then we also have 70 gold medals that you need to get, playing so many levels over again, hoping you finally reach all the requirements in a good run. And let's not forget there's also an online mode, which has pretty much been left for dead by Rockstar since launch, but online will also take you about 50 hours to do. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a great game, but it took me 200 hours to get the platinum trophy. So now let's go over Returnal, which is a fantastic game. Though you might see a pattern now that I actually really love all of these games, but they all have stupidly painful trophies in their own rights. It's often regarded as a very difficult game, but not for me, because I'm a pro gamer. The difficulty actually comes from the random collectibles. Yes, random. You see, the way Returnal works is that every time you enter a biome, the map is reset and generated randomly, only with specific runes that can spawn in any order. So to find one collectible, a cipher, you need a specific rune, which isn't even guaranteed to spawn. And it's also difficult to know which one you're missing because there is no actually good tracker available. This means you're doing multiple runs without even knowing if the collectible is in that map. Fun, but luckily after what felt like 13,963 runs, I finally found the one cipher I was looking for. This took me just over 2 weeks to get. And then we have everyone's favorite game, Minecraft. You might be thinking, Minecraft? What can possibly be so difficult about that? Well, it's not necessarily difficult, but long, boring, and repetitive. You don't need to beat the Ender Dragon on hardcore difficulty or anything crazy, but you do need to survive for 100 days. This takes 33 hours, because each in-game day lasts 20 minutes from dusk till dawn. This is a long process. Because I had already played this game religiously when I was younger on PC, I didn't play it naturally on PS4 like I used to. So I had to go AFK for several days before this trophy finally popped. So what I did was I left my PS4 on overnight. But I was even warned to not do this on the official trophy guide because there was a chance my PS4 could overheat. But after several hours spending my time looking at my house, watching creepers walk by, I finally got the platinum trophy. Then we have the one platinum trophy that nearly took me a decade to get. None other than GTA 5, a game that doesn't need an introduction. Playing this game on and off since it came out on PS3 in 2013, this literally took me years to get. The biggest hurdle for me was actually the online, because I never truly played this mode, and so I had to grind out to level 100 whilst also going for the most difficult trophy, numero uno. For this trophy you need to win each game mode at least once, and that was a fair grind. But luckily, thanks to a few friends and some random players I met online, I was able to achieve this trophy. And then there was also single player I had to complete. So I decided to play through the story again for the 4th time and go for the 100% completion. The story itself is fine, but the post-story grind is what really gets to you. You need to find all the letters, all the waste, complete all stun jumps, complete all the night flights, find all spaceship parts, and countless of other tedious things. So that was a really boring and painful time. But let's not forget the one trophy where you need 70 gold medals. Like, fuck yes. More replaying missions. Luckily this wasn't as bad as Red Dead Redemption 2's gold medal trophy, as these in GTA 5 do actually save from previous runs. But once again, this is so long and annoying to do. But after 10 years, I finally got it. Super happy with it. Anyway, those are the most painful platinum trophies that I have achieved. Countless years and hours spent for the pesky digital platinum trophy to boost my ego. I know that there weren't any games like I Am Bread or Surgeon Simulator, but I have a few actually difficult games that I want to get, like Cuphead and Super Meat Boy, which I will be starting soon. So maybe this list will look different in a year's time. Let me know if you got any of these trophies and tell me which ones you struggled with the most. But for now, that's it. See ya!